Today, we're taking you on a journey through the life and legacy of a band that defined an era. You guessed it. We're talking about the legendary Bee Gees. From their humble beginnings to international stardom, the Bee Gees story is nothing short of extraordinary. Now, let's get started, shall we? It's the 1960s, and three young brothers from Australia, Barry, Robin, and Maurice embark on a musical odyssey that would change the landscape of pop and disco music forever. Born with an innate talent for harmonies, these brothers started their career at a remarkably young age, showcasing their harmonious melodies in the streets of Brisbane. The Bee Gees were a music group formed in 1958. The trio were especially successful as a popular music act in the late 1960s and early 1970s, and later as prominent performers of the disco music era in the mid to late 1970s. The group sang recognizable three-part tight harmonies. Robin's clear vibrato lead vocals were a hallmark of their earlier hits, while Barry's R&B falsetto became their signature sound during the mid to late 1970s and 1980s. The Bee Gees wrote all of their own hits, as well as writing and producing several major hits for other artists, and have been regarded as one of the most important and influential acts in pop music history. They have been referred to in the media as the Disco Kings, Britain's first family of harmony, and the kings of dance music. Born on the Isle of Man to English parents, the Gibb brothers lived in Chorlton, Manchester, England, until the late 1950s. There, in 1955, they formed the rock and roll group the Rattlesnakes. The family then moved to Redcliffe, in the Moreton Bay region, Queensland, Australia, later to Crib Island. After achieving their first chart success in Australia as the Bee Gees with Spicks and Specks, their 12th single, they returned to the UK in January 1967, when producer Robert Stigwood began promoting them to a worldwide audience. The Bee Gees' Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, 1977, was the turning point of their career, with both the film and soundtrack having a cultural impact throughout the world, enhancing the disco scene's mainstream appeal. They won 5 Grammy Awards for Saturday Night Fever, including Album of the Year. The Bee Gees have sold over 120 million records worldwide, with estimates as high as over 200 million records sold worldwide, making them among the best-selling music artists of all time. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997. The Hall citation says, "Only Elvis Presley, the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Garth Brooks, and Paul McCartney have outsold the Bee Gees." With 9 #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, the Bee Gees are the third most successful band in Billboard charts history behind only the Beatles and the Supremes. Following Maurice's sudden death in January 2003 at the age of 53, Barry and Robin retired the group's name after 45 years of activity. In 2009, Robin announced that he and Barry had agreed that the Bee Gees would reform and perform again. Robin died in May 2012, aged 62, after a prolonged period of failing health, leaving Barry as the only surviving member of the group. And there you have it, folks, the fascinating tale of the Bee Gees. If you enjoyed this musical odyssey, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share your favorite Bee Gees song in the comments below.